It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. Next on Madden NFL 25.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate, but these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing. Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
2nd and 10 now. Caught by Theo Johnson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and just 2 to go. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Pass play now. He's got him. That's Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Fourth down, we're going to see an incredible nickname, one of my favorites in the game, the Scottish Hammer, Jamie Gillen on the punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one, headed for the sideline. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll stick with A-Chain. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and 2. Now Tagovailoa. He's got Smith. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tyler Nubin with the tackle.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 4. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Tua off the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. They motion Waddle over left. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. He's on the move. He's calling his own number again.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Receiver in motion, headed right. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going for it again. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That's good for 7 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They kick the running back in motion. Tagovailoa on first down. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. From the gun, it's Tracy, and he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Tracy once more. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Has it down close. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Dropping back to throw. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I know one thing from life experience here, Kate. Those big fellas, those linemen, you're going to get a little sour look in this huddle after that sack. When you get that close, inches away from the goal line, those big fellas take so much pride in pounding it in. Instead, well, they go sneak attack to try to throw it, and it blows up in their face.
Tracy. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They go right back to Tracy, and he's in for the touchdown. The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Gano ready to send this away. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Miami. They're set up at the 35 now. Man in motion, out of the slot. A-chain on the inside give. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Drew Phillips making the tackle. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Again, the throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds Jaxson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
He'll look to throw. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Now on 2nd and 10. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. They get 13 on the pickup, and it's good enough for a New York first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Flush down now to his left. Now here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. Setting up a throw. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Gano ready to send this away. Washington now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brockie's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Dolphin offense taking over late in this half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. This finds Smith. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Slot man motioned over. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They send Hill right. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. But he's not quite at that level yet.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. Here's Tua again. Achane reels it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's the half here in this one, all tied up thanks to that late field goal. Now it's up north to Orlando for a look around the league. We've got Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Washington now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the third. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Second and 6 coming up here. Tight end in motion right. Second down carry for Achane. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on third and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take the lead right away in half number 2. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. They're out and set. First and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 34. Gets this to Jaxson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Robinson sent in motion left. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. to throw it on first down. Connects with Slayton. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 28, this finds Bellinger. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants start the second half with some needed points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it 17 all. Gano ready to send this away. Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Miami set to take over once again on offense. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Taken in by Smith. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to the...
Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's a chain up the middle. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Has a man, it's Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature, because the 3rd down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They've got first down from the 31. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
They'll throw on first. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. This is ahead for about 5. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now on first down. It's caught right side by Johnson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
2nd and 3. Taken in by Bellinger. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's brought down for a loss. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the fourth. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. He'll throw it. Gets this to Slayton. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Gano ready to send this away. Washington now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Miami offense headed out there now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Tua. On target to Waddle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They've got a man in motion. First down, here's Tua. He throws a bullet deep to the... He's got it inside the 25. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins take a 4th quarter lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Gray now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds Jaxson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
A handoff to Tracy. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A give to Tracy up the middle. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Coming left is Tracy. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
It's a design boot. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Ben. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. He's back to throw. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action with Tagovailoa. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Motioning Washington right. A run now with Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to throw it. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Throwing from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Giants down by only 1. They're set up at the 35 now. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Tracy. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Here he is to throw. Connects with Slayton. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. A give right side to Tracy. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Second and 6 coming up here. Robinson in motion right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. He'll look to throw it. He's got it. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Tracy. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5. Cano ready to send this away. Washington now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Throwing now. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
So now a big spot for the Dolphins here as they line up for 2. They put a receiver in motion right. Keeping it on the ground. And he's short of the end zone. They wanted that field goal lead, but remain in front by just a point. That was to push this to a field goal game, Brock, but still, they have the lead with very little time left on the clock.
And now, Kate, you just need to prevent some type of Music City miracle play on this kickoff. Squib it, boot it, put it through the uprights on the other, and whatever it takes, just don't give them life. Don't set them up for any type of miracle.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. To throw it on 1st down. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.